Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Taurus, February 24, 2025. It can be a time for fleshing out an issue related to friendship, learning, or communications projects. You might see the value of or commit to staying in touch with a friend. You tend to find ways to contain the flow and to keep things even keel. You're ready to fix problems and get things done today and tomorrow, although with Mars about to change directions, it's best not to go too far out on a limb. You're in a particularly good place for studies, conversations, and making connections. You tend to get to the point quickly. You might pair up with someone for a satisfying activity or problem solving. There is a tendency to make quick judgments or decisions now, so be sure they're quick and not hasty. The moon entering your sign later today adds extra emotional oomph to your energy, and others pay attention. For months already, Jupiter has been transiting the zodiac sign of Jupiter. This period lasts for just over a year until June 9, 2025, and informs how we can use this time to improve our personal or romantic lives. As the giver of luck and abundance, Jupiter takes on the traits of Gemini, and we will notice that we, and others may be, too. To improve our love lives, we are being encouraged to be curious about people, culture, travel, and ideas. In fact, travel will deeply fan the flames of love, especially if it's short-distance travel. How do you feel now that your workweek is over? Check in with yourself since the moon will enter your sign. It's detrimental. As an enterprising sign, you work incredibly hard to advance in your career path. You put a lot of time, energy, and effort into your professional goals. This has not gone unnoticed all week long. Now that the weekend is finally here, you should take a moment to reflect. Using this time to reconnect with yourself will help you figure out what you can improve and what your physical limits are at work. Your ability to manage your busy life has a lot to do with what you eat and drink, whether you exercise regularly, and how you take care of your bodily needs. Take a clear look at your eating habits and your exercise regimen. Can you prepare your own meals more often, starting from scratch, instead of just getting takeout or heating a prepared meal? Can you add some more vegetables instead of adding a second helping of meat? It is the little things that can stand in your way to a healthier lifestyle. Being aware is the first step. There isn't anything you can't do. With determination, focus, and unwavering courage, no goal is too far to reach with time. The essence of this day will enhance all of these qualities, helping you to set the goals that mean the most to you. Further, you can do some strategic planning that will see you take steps to achieve your ambitions. Let the power of this vibration help you to do much more with your life. When the moon returns to a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart each month, it is an invitation to slow down and make time to hear yourself think. Since Jupiter returned to your busy work sector in May to begin your biggest year for job growth and expansion in over a decade, the moon's return each month has seen them clash, bringing an important reminder when it comes to knowing when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off. The difference this time is that the moon not only has backup but with Jupiter back in direct motion but yet to start to pick up speed, this is the right reminder at the right time. After a friendly aspect to the moon and with the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication now in your communication sector, you have everything needed to move into Mars' final days in retrograde motion in your relationship sector with confidence. The moon's return tomorrow will put them at odds, but before it can clash with Mars, he will be back in direct motion. These final days in retrograde motion are a chance to lay the past to rest. Our eyes in the sky. As the moon enters Capricorn, a sign where it is considered to be in exile, you might notice a shift in how you process emotions. Feelings don't disappear under this influence, but they may feel more contained, more structured, like they have to pass through a filter before being expressed. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. It can actually be quite useful, especially if you've been feeling overwhelmed by emotions lately. Have you ever had a day where you knew you cared deeply about something, but when you tried to put it into words, it just didn't come out the way you wanted? Theta the kind of energy at play today. The emotional flow isn't absent, eta just more measured, more deliberate, making it a time for quiet reflection rather than dramatic displays of sentimentality. Flexibility is key as the day unfolds, as unexpected shifts in plans may test your patience. You might have everything meticulously mapped out, only to find that circumstances are pushing you to adjust, pivot, or even abandon certain plans altogether. While this can be frustrating, especially if you prefer stability and predictability, try to see these detours as hidden opportunity. Rather than obstacles. Have you ever had a situation where you were forced to change direction unexpectedly, only to realize later that it led you to something even better? Sometimes, the universe redirects us not to throw us off course, but to place us exactly where we need to be. The more you embrace the flow, the easier it becomes to recognize the unexpected blessings in disguise. In relationships, there is a strong focus on tangible progress rather than emotional indulgence. If you are in a partnership, this is a great time to discuss practical ways to strengthen your connection. Maybe eta about working through shared responsibilities, making long-term plans, or simply finding new ways to support each other in meaningful, everyday moments. Love isn't always about grand gestures. Eta often about the quiet, consistent efforts that build a strong foundation. If you're single, you might find yourself drawn to someone with a sense of ambition and stability, someone whose values align with yours in a way that feels grounding and reassuring. This isn't a day for whirlwind romances or impulsive confessions. Eta a day for building trust through actions that matter. At the same time, be mindful of how you communicate. Capricorn influence can sometimes make us a little too direct, a little too focused on results, which can come across as cold or overly critical. You might feel an urge to take charge, to push things forward, but be careful not to steamroll over others in the process. Have you ever been so focused on getting something done that you unintentionally overlooked how it might affect the people around you? Striking a balance between efficiency and empathy will make all the difference. Pay attention to how your words land, and if you notice someone withdrawing or becoming defensive, take a step back and reassess whether your tone is as constructive as it could be. With a little patience and diplomacy, you'll find that people are much more willing to collaborate and support you. While you're focused on keeping your own world in order, take a moment to extend your energy outward. Someone around you may be in need of encouragement, even if they are vocal about it. This isn't about grand, performative gestures. Eta about the small acts of kindness that can change someone's entire day. A simple check-in, a few words of appreciation, or offering a helping hand can mean the world to someone you're struggling. Have you ever been going through a tough time, only to have someone unexpectedly step in and offer exactly the support you needed? That reminder that you're not alone can be profoundly healing, and today, you have the opportunity to be that source of comfort for someone else. Beyond relationships and emotional balance, today also brings a powerful drive toward productivity and long-term success. Capricorn energy is all about discipline, persistence, and commitment to meaningful goals. If you've been waiting for the right moment to start a project, make an important decision, or take a step towards something that truly matters to you, this is your sign to go for it. Capricorn doesn't promise instant gratification. It teaches us the value of steady progress and the kind of satisfaction that comes from knowing we've built something with real substance. Have you ever looked back at an accomplishment and realized how much patience and effort it took to get there? The kind of fulfillment that comes from real dedication is what today is all about. Even if your progress feels small, trust that each step is bringing you closer to something lasting. As the day unfolds, remember that just because emotions feel subdued does na euro t mean they arena euro t there. Sometimes, the most meaningful growth happens in the quiet moments, in the steady efforts, and in the way we show up for ourselves and others when no one is watching. By staying flexible in the face of change, open to inspiration, considerate in your interactions, and committed to your goals, you can make the most of today's energy and set yourself up for long-term success.